Hello, it's LJ. Let's curse under the table. I'm LJ, and I don't know why I said that funny, but I own Rusty Ferret yarn. And I'm very nervous, and I don't know why. I'm very used to the camera for vlogging, and I'm struggling to be cohesive here. I will warn you, the dog's going to move about. Yeah. So if you hear him, that's what it is. I feel like I should have a book with like actual things to say, because I've recorded this about 5 times and I just can't get it out of my mouth. Hello. 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 Hiya. Hello. I'm LJ. And hello. Hello. Does it sound like me? Okay. Oscar, you could sit and do this. Oh, hey. Surprise. I feel like I should have some poppers going up. I need to stop swiveling in the seat. Nah, but it's too easy. Oh, hey. Hey. I'm LJ, and I am the owner of You okay down there? You alright? Hello. It's me. I'm back, but in a different format. And if you don't know who me is, I'm LJ. I own Rusty Ferret yarn, and this is my first ever vodcast. I'm calling it a vodcast because it's not a podcast. It's a video podcast. Vodcast. Yes, I am that guy. But that's okay. This is going to be my fortnightly chat with you guys about what I'm up to, what I've been working on, what I'm doing with the business, I'm doing in life, if that's interesting or applicable, I don't know. And yeah, so I've been really struggling to film this because everything I said just didn't sound like me, and I want to be here to just sound like me. So this is me. I'm also known as Leona. I know that's weird to say that. Let's not say that. So yeah, I'm currently in my old office that is now Mark's office because he's working from home because, you know, pandemic. It's literally the cupboard doors behind me. So I put a plant and I have covered Mark's big gamer chair with a quilt because this is how we're rolling. This might change as I figure out what's going on. I have no idea what I'm doing, so if this is terrible, stick with me please. I'll get better, I promise. Yeah, so shall we just jump in? Why a podcast? Well, because I like talking and I think I'm pretty good at it, and I thought that you might enjoy watching me talk. Nah, yeah, but I really missed doing the vlogging. But I found with the lockdown and everything, it was just getting mundane. And yeah, I know it would have been good to keep going for the mundane and whatever, but my mental health wasn't really good. We lost a close family member, and it just became really difficult because I wanted the vlog to focus on the business and what I was doing with the business, so that, you know, you could see behind the scenes. I mean, it was mostly me sat at the computer, let's not lie, but yeah, I wanted to show that, and I wasn't doing that, and it was difficult to show family stuff in that because, you know, there was a lot going on. There still is a lot going on, and I'm weird about putting that stuff on the internet. I want to share it, but I don't want to share it. I feel that it's quite private. So I thought a podcast, whatever. So I thought a video would be good to just show you what I've been working on, because that's what I really like. I like showing what I've been up to, and I like talking, and if it just means talking to myself in front of a webcam, then that's fine. OnlyFans, here I come. So let's just start. So I've also straightened my hair, so it's annoying me and I keep flicking it, and I'm sorry, it's gonna end up tied up. I apologise. Also, if the video's judgy, my lights were causing the thing to flicker, and I had to turn down the FPS, and I'm not sure if that's the right thing to have done, because it means that everything's slow. I apologise. Stick with me while I learn. We're learning here. So, my first whip. I have a few whips to show you. It was kind of hard to pick them out because, like, where do I start with this? Because do I show you the backlog of things that I've been, like, where does the line go? So I thought I'd start obviously with the one I'm working on. I mean, that makes sense. I want to kind of like a mad use what you've got kind of thing, because I have so much nice yarn in my stash that I bought so long ago, and it's just sitting there feeling sorry for itself. It's actually in that that's difficult. That cupboard here is my stash cupboard, and I went through it and picked out things that there was patterns to go with, as in I didn't have patterns set up. Well, some of them I did, but I picked out things that I wanted to use just now, and I could find a pattern to go with it. I apologise for the wheezing. My asthma is really bad, and I find it hard to talk quickly, which sucks because I talk quickly all the time. Anyway, so the first thing I pulled out was this. This is a handspun yarn by me. It is a Ryland fleece that I got from Rosedine Ryland, Rosemary, way before she was doing Rosedine Rylands. And it was the first fleece that I had ever processed. My friend Louise from Fluff, my knitting group, helped me wash it, like prep it, wash it, I dried it. She also lent me her drum carder to card it, which was amazing. But when I was carding it, I didn't want to waste any of the fleece, which was bad. So I've got all these like can you see all the little tufty bits? Like, I just kind of put them all in, and it's like, it was bad. So yeah, it was the first fleece I ever spun. Like, what was I expecting? So it's a kind of super bulky-ish weight. There are parts that are definitely not. Look, we've maybe even got a double knit there. I should maybe move the computer to the side so that I can actually see what I'm doing here, right? This is really hard. I'm used to having a camera I can move. Yeah, so like I've got almost a 4-ply there. Not a 4-ply, a double knit. Whatever. So I also ended up dyeing this not long ago, and I'm really not loving the colour. It's like this weird bluey, tealy, greeny thing going on. Anyway, not important. The important thing was it was enough to make the Moonkoosa boots from Tiny Owl Knits. This was a pattern my mum gifted me like many birthdays ago. And I really want a pair because I've become a slipper person. I love my slippers. And I want some. So I cast them on. First one I cast on was the size of a small child. It was too big because it's hand spun and it's absolutely not super bulky. So it was large. So I'm actually knitting the small version because of my gauge. And I mean, look, it's still substantial. Metro. So yeah, so the small version, and I'm doing the 34 stitch calf because I got big calves, and I'm hoping that these will felt down to a reasonable size to fit my size 7 UK feet. I just need to finish this one and fringe them because they got fringes, and then felt them, and then I think you do some more like you do some more felting to fit things properly, so I'm quite looking forward to doing that, but I'm mostly excited about the fringes. Yeah, so that's my first whip. I should say I'm knitting these on my Knit Pro Zings. They're 8mm. They're really good needles, very affordable. There's not much of a snag at all. I use them for everything. Yeah. So out of breath, it's ridiculous. So yeah, those are my first whips. So I'm excited. Let's get these out of the way, Bobby. Bobby? Maybe I should take in my blue inhaler. Imagine having to take an inhaler to like speak to people. Crazy. Okay, so my second whip that I'm working on that has been naughty and cornered a little bit, it lives in this project bag. This is a Woolen Vine. No, it's not. What? Oh. This is a woolen, why am I trying to say it with an accent? It's a woolen flower bag that Jules made me, because Jules is woolen flower. This is made out of fabric that was my grand's. She had a kit to make a skirt that had this beautiful fabric in it, and my mum gave it to me to pass on to Jules, and Jules made me and my mum zippy bags from it. So if you have one of these from Woolen Flower, it was made from fabric from my grand's house, which is pretty cool. It's also got loads of badges on it, and my brother's girlfriend made me this little charm. So. Dog butts in my way. So this is yarn that I acquired from Gail from Knit Night. She was destashing and destashed it to me. I'm destashing by finally using it. Does that count as destashing? Probably not. But it is Regia 6 ply. And you know what? It's really, really nice yarn to work with. It's soft but strong. Does that make sense? I probably, if I saw this, I probably would buy some because it does knit up so nice. So nice. Anyway, so the project I'm working on is Suomaa by, and I'm going to say this wrong, I'm going to look at my notes quickly, Helen Martiskainen. I'm sorry if that's hard. But yeah, so this is sock number 1. I really fell in love with the colour work on this pattern. However, the pattern isn't finished. It's only available on Ravelry. I'm gonna say that now. Now, all the patterns in that I'm gonna link down below, and I'm gonna give them a link and a Ravelry link. I really don't want to work with patterns that don't have an off Ravelry link because I don't agree with how Ravelry are behaving. Thankfully-ish, I can still use Ravelry as long as there's not the drop shadows. But I don't like that they're excluding people. So this doesn't have an off Ravelry link. Yeah, so this doesn't have an off Ravelry link. Everything going forward that I'm showing will. I had the same problem as the Moonkoosa boots. The first one I knit from the finished pattern and it didn't fit at all. The second time I knit it, I knit from the finished pattern and then kind of improvised the heel. I made a mess of the heel. No, shut up. The first time I knit it, it didn't fit, and that was from the finished pattern. probably because of my mistranslation. The second time I knit it and then put in a different heel, and that one didn't fit very well either. So I went and got a pattern that had the same stitch count for doing the colour work, which was the Happy Birthday Socks by April Klich, and I've basically used that to go from the toe up to where kind of the colour work starts, and then I've just taken the chart from the other pattern to do the colour work, which is fine. However, I've said before, I have a size 7 feet. I don't know if I wasn't paying attention or what was going on, but these fit Mark's feet and he's a size 12. I'm not reading these again. He's getting it and he can lump it, basically. But I think he likes it. So yeah, I have cast on toe number 2. Oh, sock number 2. You can't see it from the tangle, so just pretend. And yeah, I just haven't touched them because I don't want to, because I'm sulking. Look at my cute stitch markers though. That one's from Joy from the Knitting Goddess, and that one's from Tanya from TJ Frog. And the needles again are just 2.75mm needles from the Woolly Brew. They are Knit Pro Nova Metal. I just wanted 2.75 needles, and I just said to Fiona, I was like, just get me whatever, please, just not wooden, and these are perfect. So again, would recommend the Knit Pro needles. There's hardly a snag. I mean, if you're looking for one, you're gonna find one. Yeah. So yeah, they've got the dog's at my feet and everything's on top of him. So yeah, that's something else that I'm working on. Alright, just kick in the bin. Nobody panic. Nobody panic about the bin. I need a drink. I'm talking too much. Okay, we're back because the dog wanted out. The last whip that I'm going to show you is my Karie Westermann Summerisle shawl. This has been on my needles for far too long, and I will tell you why in a second. However, it lives in my... I'm happy because I knit British. This bag is mine because it's well loved. So good. It was the Knitting Goddess Joy that made these for Louise, and they're beautiful. I love them. So, you know, Summerisle shawl. Can you, if I roll back, can you, oh, look at that stripe. Oh, is there 2 stripes there? Oh, that's terrible. So, in honor of, oh no, it's not, it's where there's a pearl ridge. Oh no, there is. Never mind. So in honor of using things out of my stash, I had stashed 2 skeins of Rusty Ferret yarn doll. So this is my 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon base, and it's in the colorway Nebula Burst. And I had stashed this when I had the shop over a year ago, and I cast it on, and I had 2 skeins. Now the pattern says that the first size or the size in the pattern for the shawl is like 550 meters tall, so there's 425 meters in a skein of doll, and I wanted to use as much as possible so that I'm so sick getting left with like little bits. So my plan was to use as much as possible. So there is instructions on how to size it up. So there's a small, which is the one that's on the pattern, medium and large. There's not yardages in that for it because it's like an optional thing, which is cool. So I thought, well, I'll do the medium and that'll use as much yarn as I've got. Perfect. Went for it. Blah, blah, blah. And I ran out of the first 2 skeins. Can you see? Can you see? There. So I then dyed up more, and can you see where I ran out again? It's better when I'm back up here. Yep. So then I dyed more to here. And you can see that stripe is glorious. And I'm still not done. So I've dyed more to finish it. The reason that it's so stripy is because I was using different skeins of platinum blonde that I had in my stash from leftover bits from other shawls. Therefore it's not all the same colour. I'm okay with that, it's totally fine, not a problem. Karina has told me to just stop. She has given me permission. I refuse to give in. I want to finish it. I want to finish it from what the pattern says. One, so that I can give her... I have a problem with making things too big. My tension is loose. It's very, very loose. And that's probably why I don't think this has anything to do with the pattern. In fact, I know it has nothing to do with the pattern. This is everything to do with me. I will measure my gauge, and I will share that information once it's done. Yeah, so yeah. It makes me laugh. So yeah, I think I've pretty much just got like a really like 4 rows of a chart to finish, and then the applied border. I really hope this is going to be enough. I have a horrible feeling that it's not. And I'm refusing to dye it. I should have just dyed another full skein. But again, I don't want to be left with things like this. Why these things are annoying in my stash, because what do you do with this? Who knows? But I am enjoying this pattern. It's going to be the coziest, biggest shawl ever. And yeah, so I would 10 out of 10 recommend this. Just don't size it up until I'm able to tell you why mine is too big, okay? That's a good look, isn't it? The more stressed I get, the more my hair goes everywhere. So yeah, so those are my whips just now. Get them out of the road. So yeah, those are my whips just now, and I'm excited to get them finished. They're all like pretty much could be finished by the next time I speak to you. Did I say I'm going to be doing this fortnightly? I'm not really sure. Probably not. But I'm going to do this fortnightly because I am not fast enough to do this weekly. So I think fortnightly will give me enough to talk about, right? Sure. Go with it. It's all good. And that's it. I've got that song in my head again! Terrible human. I really... No! Oh. We should have had that as our wedding song. Was that even out when we got married? No. Oh, okay. Let's make it our unofficial wedding song. Okay, so now that we've spoken about the whips, let's now speak about what I would actually rather be knitting on. Which kind of mashes into like what I also want to talk about the business, about an update and a new collection. Checks me, art student, that's why I have a degree. Oh yeah. What I really want to knit next is using this yarn. So this is from my new collection, the Depressed as Shit collection. How am I going to word this? I don't even know. So basically I'm fed up of this, you know, be kind to yourself. And I should go further back than that. I'm depressed. I have depression. I have had depression for a very, very long time. I take medication to keep me even. You still have ups and downs. You still have really bad downs. However, I wouldn't want to be going through this without my medication. I am not forcing medication on anybody. I am just saying that this is what works for me. Look after yourself. And if that means taking medication, then that's what you need to do. No judgment. However, the past 12 months have been shite. Really shite. And I have been feeling shite. And I have been feeling rubbish about the business, about myself, about just everything. So, I'm so fed up of Instagram being all like, oh, I know you're struggling, but like, self-care and like, do your nails, it'll make you feel better. Alright, Martha, I'll do my nails and that'll just cure my depression, right? Boom, I wish it was that easy. I'm sick of it. So one night I tweeted that I was sick of it, and I appreciate some people need the joys in life to like move forward, and I get it. I love the sunshine, I love the flowers, it's good, but sometimes you just want to wallow in your misery, and that's okay. So I tweeted that instead of all this, forced happiness, I just wanted to dye some yarn that was as black as I feel, and like knit some socks that just were, as broken as I am. And the tweet went a bit mental. I mean, it's the most mental that my tweets have ever gone, so like 24 likes was. So I was like, oh, maybe there's a thing here. So I have come up with a collection of yarn based on my experiences and some of my close friends' experiences, and they're going to be being launched on Sunday at 7 p.m. If I have my act together, this will go up at 6 on Sunday. The update will be 7 p.m. GMT. Incorrect. BST. Our clocks have gone back. I have lost that hour of sleep. When you sleep 17 hours a day, that extra hour is really important. So, what do I do first? Talk about the pattern I want to knit, or talk about the yarn? Maybe talk about the yarn. I'm gonna get up my cheat sheet of colorway names because I literally named them yesterday and I'm gonna get them wrong. So, someone just went flying past my window. Let me show you the yarn first, okay, because that's the important part. This is broken. It is grey. It's very dark in here. This is what I was worried about. Please bear with me because is it better if I hold it here? Do you know what? I'm going to hold them up and then I'm going to put photos on the screen because this lighting is no use. So, this is broken. This was neon dyed first with like grey put on top, and it kind of all bled in that together, and I feel like it's really the epitome of depression. It's like you're still under there, but there's all this like heavy black. My nose is really itchy, sorry. There's all this really heavy black nonsense, because it's all nonsense no matter how real it feels, on top of everything just killing your spirit. So I felt that that was very appropriate. Next up is this baby. Oh, that's not nice. Let me show you the real photo of that. This is Have You Tried Just Not Being Depressed. I hate to tell you how many times this has been said to me. My other half has chronic fatigue, and he has also been told, you're not really sick, or have you tried just not being tired? It's always a good one. It's like a sludgy, swampy green, and it's how I feel when people say these things to me. I also want to smack them in the face, so don't ever say that to anybody. I'm gonna skip that one. This one is a beautiful lightness, no good. This is called I Feel Lost. And to be honest, that's probably the thing that I say the most, is I feel so lost. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to move forward. I don't know. I just don't know. So this was actually based off of a rose that I have. I should have brought it with me. That would have made sense. A rose that we got in a bouquet of flowers when it was either when Arthur died or when our family member died, and I kept them and dried them, and it's this beautiful red colour with like little bits of orange in it, and I really like this one. This was a contender for my garment. The next one up and maybe a few of you can resonate with this one. This is I haven't washed in a week. I mean, the effort sometimes to go for a shower is just too much, and it's ridiculous. I mean, the other day I forgot to brush my teeth, and it wasn't until I was out walking the dog that I was like, I haven't brushed my teeth. Can't look at anybody. Nobody look at me. So yeah, it's like blues and greys, because that's how it feels. It just feels like this really dark, this darkness, and you've got the hope, because you know it's gonna get better eventually, and you've got the want to go and do it, but you just can't. That's okay. So it's okay. It's totally fine. This one. I'm skipping two because they're exciting ones. This is putting a face on. How do I explain it? Not a face of makeup, but like literally putting a mask on to the outside world. So like when people say, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Doing alright, yeah. And having to like hide the fact that you're not okay. It's been quite good because we've been in lockdown, so seeing people face to face isn't a thing, and it's really easy to put the face on online because nobody sees you, so it's just words. It's a lot harder when you're face to face being like, yeah, I'm totally fine, when you're dying inside. I kind of took a little bit of inspiration from quarantine from this one, but made the yellows a lot more, just put more, because it's like you've got the blackness of the depression there, but you've got the yellow of the kind of face on top, like covering it, but it's also mission together. So yeah, you don't have to put a face on with me if you want to tell me you feel like crap. You tell me you feel like crap, but I don't want to talk about it or whatever. I'm good, like honestly. Now, what's next? They're sitting in front of me and I'm like, what's next? This one was inspired by my friends. This is called Therapy Tears. This, the light in here, why? Oh, we need to deal with that for next time. This is Therapy Tears, which will come with a mini skein, a 20-gram mini skein. I can't actually believe I pay money for this. So this is the green of money. And this is all the emotions that come out when you're doing counselling or therapy, and it's just a mess. But it's a beautiful mess, because you're a beautiful mess. I should say these are all on the doll base. I didn't say that at all, did I? These are all on my doll base. And they're all 425 meters, 100 grams, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. Really good, like sock yarn, good, just a general good basic yarn, shall we say. I would like to put this on some double knit, but I kind of want to see how this goes. So this is like a soft launch. That's what I wanted to talk about later. There's a lot to talk about. So yeah, this is a 20-gram mini. There's about 80 meters in here, so perfect for like heels, throws, and cuffs. And then a full. Oh, it's cute. It's cute. So I have 2 other colours that I'm not launching today because I'm working on something with people. One of which is called Numb, which I'm just going to quickly show you here. And the other is called, and I can't remember, oh yeah, I'm Done. I don't know why I'm spinning it, because I'm going to put a picture on the top of it. Yeah, so I will, when those are ready to be talked about more, I will. So they're not going to be there on tonight. So this is the last one. It's Comparison is a Killer, and this is what I'm going to be using to knit a top out of. And the pattern for that top is Wild and Wind by Wool and Pine, sorry. And this is the ones that I did up for myself. It's this really cute, like, lacy crop top thing with fringes. I've decided that I really enjoy a crop top because I wear these kind of dresses, you can't really see, but they've got no shape in the middle because I don't like things touching me in the middle. So the kind of, I don't know what that was about, like, coming for you. I like where they sit, they kind of give me a waistline, but they don't make my dresses look weird with that kind of weird, you know, takes you in and then my dress does that at the bottom. Not for that. So yeah. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so I'm going to do the size 60-inch bust. Now, my bust is a 50 inches. It says you should do about 14 inches kind of minimum positive ease. However, I have an issue with things coming out too big. So I'm going to do the 60 inches, which I think 10 inches of positive ease is enough. But that might also accommodate that it's going to come out too big. Can I also add, I do swatch. I don't know. I'm like a wizard or something. What I don't understand is this top for a 60-inch bust, and I know it's cropped, okay, and it's got wee sleeves. It only needs like 725 meters. Yeah, 725 meters of yarn. That's 2. Never in my life, as a fat person, have I been able to make anything with 2 skeins of yarn. Hence why I have 3. I will report back to you on that once it's finished, obviously. But yeah, I'm suspicious because I've never been able to do that before. Anyway, so yeah, the yarn. Let's talk about the yarn, shall we? The Depression collection, Depressed Shit collection, as I like to call it, will be launching today at 7 o'clock, so Sunday. I don't even know what the date is. Okay, Sunday the 18th of April at 7 p.m. British summer time, because we're on that. And it's going to be like a soft launch for the collection. I'm one of these people that overthinks everything. And there should be a right way to do things. Like this podcast. I'm freaking out that I'm not doing it correctly. How can you do it incorrectly? It's you talking to a camera. Anyhow, so after overthinking, I've decided to just give you what I have dyed. And it's not a lot. I dyed 3 colours of each colorway. And I'm going to put them up to see if you like them. I mean, you're maybe not meant to be self-deprecating on these things, but yeah, so there's not a lot, but I will be dyeing more. I just kind of needed to get it out there, and yeah, then I can go from there basically. So that's what I'm up to. So that's everything kind of making related that I want to talk about. I've not got too much personal stuff going on. We're still in lockdown, and well, we're kind of on the roadmap out. We are allowed to leave our local council area now in Scotland, because the Scotland and English rules are very different. So we're allowed to leave. We're not allowed to stay overnight anywhere. We can meet with up to 6 people outside. I can't remember how many households that is. I think our shops aren't open until the 26th of April. So I tried to go to Smith's yesterday to buy a Minecraft toy. They were closed. All I want is an Enderman. That's all I want from life. Anyway. What else? Getting to go see, they've changed the rules for visiting care homes. So on Wednesday I'm getting to go visit Mark's gran, which is really exciting. I do get a COVID test beforehand, which I haven't had one before. So I'll be like, come at ya. I hope they don't make me do it myself. I don't know if I can do that. I mean, I will, but like, I'm glad I have wide nose holes, right? I've been watching just lots of YouTube, but mostly Castle on Disney Plus. I did watch the first couple seasons when it first came out, but we got rid of Virgin because it was so much money. Anyway, so I haven't seen, there's like 8 seasons now, so I'm just watching those. It's like CSI, it's like easy background listening. Apart from that, sending pictures of my plants to my mum sending me pictures of her plants back. Look at her like trumpet plant. I'm going to show you her trumpet plant. It's gone nuts. There's also, yeah, she sends me cat pictures too. Never thought my mum would be a cat lady, but here we are. And I love that cat too, little Izzy. She's my favourite. Yeah, so I can hear Mark opening and closing the oven behind me, so I should probably stop talking and see what he's up to. Actually, he's the cook in this house, not me. So thank you for listening. I hope that this is well, I kind of hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed me yittering away. As I said, I want to learn and get better and get more comfortable doing this. I don't know why I'm struggling with this, because as I said, like the vlog, I had no problem talking to the vlogging camera, so I'm not really sure what's different here. I have no idea. It's maybe the fact that I'm sitting at a desk with lights on and not like fanning about. Probably. Yeah, so I will see you in a fortnight, and I really hope you are looking after yourself. I hope you are following the rules, and I hope you have an awesome fortnight. I should probably say fortnight because I'm not going to see you for a fortnight. Just behave yourselves, okay? Bye.